Anyhow, like I said, I'm single. I'm divorced. Um, and I dealt with a lot. I dealt with a lot of stuff. Um, for the people that's closer to me, they know I dealt with a lot of stuff, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. I and I'm still a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress. God is not finished with me yet, and God is not finished with many of you yet. So just know that you are a work in progress, and just know that it's a process. You have to trust the process. You have to trust God through everything. You have to trust the process. So, um, I looked in some of my notebooks that I've journaled for a long time, but I would stop, pick it up, stop, pick it up, stop, pick it up. But I noticed that in one of my journals that I was writing, I didn't know, I quite didn't know why God would have me to write I'd say a sermon or two. I didn't know, He would just lay it on my heart, to write it. So this is one of the first things I had wrote. I wrote this on April 5th, 2019 of last year. And the first sermon I wrote on it was coming out of a dead situation. I guess at that time I was kind of trying to heal from a relationship, and it was hard. I wasn't with my husband at the time. I was with somebody else. I was with my daughter's father, and we had dated 5 years, and things just came to an end, and we didn't end on good terms. We kind of ended up on really bad terms, but praise God, we're okay today. So, but I think at that time it was just trying to get myself together and just trying to uh, recuperate, and trying to get my mind together, reprogram my mind and get myself together. And one of the things, God told me, He was like, just gave me a sermon about coming out of a dead situation. And I'm like, oh, God, I know it's the dead situation. I just don't see my way out of it. I've given this man 5 years. I've given him a child. I've did this and I did that. And I just was so depressed and down and stuff. So God began to speak to me. And He was telling me to rise up and come out of this dead situation. And some of the things I wrote, I'm not going to try to read all of it because it's a lot. But some of the things I go over, it's like we've all been in some dead situations, and dead situations can bring you down and just suck the life out of you, and you just like a zombie. You're just from like day to day, and even from week to week, month to month, year to year. You just don't have no life in you. You don't feel like getting up in the morning. You don't feel like living. You don't feel like moving. You don't feel like anything anymore because it's just the life's just gone out of you, and you just like, I'm just here. A lot of people at work, I know at my job, will say, good morning, how you doing? And some people say, oh, I'm here. I'm just here. I'm just a body in the building, So it's like, to me, that's like, you don't have any life in you. There's no life about you. So, uh, they will suck the life out of you, and you'll be just dried up until you just no longer can go on. You just be like, Lord, I just don't think I can go on. I don't think I can move on. I don't think I can I'm just done. And sometimes, if we don't get some life back into it, we don't get God in us, that dead situation will just take you on out of here, because depression will keep building up on you. It'll keep rising up on you. I know with me, I suffer with depression. I suffer with suicide a whole lot. Drinking. That stuff right there is toxic. It's very toxic to you. It means you no good. It's no good to you. And if you don't get a hold to God, if you don't get a hold to some life, it'll take you out of here. It'll kill you. I mean, you'll be dead before your time. You know, we all are promised, I believe, I've got to go back and look. We're promised 120 years here, but you can half in your 120 years because you so depressed and so upset that this person did you wrong, or they wronged you, or they hurt you, and you can just live for like this from day to day until you just like, Lord, I just give up, and it'll take you out of here before your time. And now you just done live this depressful and meaningless life. You just like, you just gone. And people are not going to remember you. They half of them ain't gonna remember you after your funeral that same day. Like, oh, you know, Sister Orange, she was depressed about Brother Banana over there, and Brother Banana going over there with Sister Red. And he gone on with his life. She just stayed stuck in the rut, and she just couldn't ever get over him. And Lord have mercy, she just gone. And after they throw the dirt over your casket, they gone back to their life, and you won't be remembered for anything, but that you would just could not get over Brother Banana. But anyway, um, some situations, you don't need to resuscitate them. You don't need to give them CPR. Some situations you need to just, if it's over, it's just over. And what I mean by that is, if it's a toxic situation or a toxic relationship, if there's nothing good coming out of this, if you're always depressed and upset, and you're always crying, and you just feel so just low, and no matter what you do and how you try to please this person or try to do something with this situation, and nothing good is coming out of it, once you're out of it, stay out of it. Don't go back to it, because if you go back to it, it's not going to get better. It's going to be 10 times worse. And you're going to find yourself in a deeper, deeper, deeper hole that you were when you ever been. And you'll be looking like, God, how did I get here? How did I get in this? How did I get down here? I mean, I was up here, but now I'm even further than I was. And it'll be much harder for you to even come out of it. You got to put in twice the work and twice the energy just to come out of it. So if it's that toxic, and I mean, there is no good to it. And I mean, even with people, I'm going to tell you, some people don't need to be in your life. I'm sorry. You just have to say, like my lovely mentor always say, I love you, God bless you, and bye. And that's it. And that's all you have to tell them. And don't give them no time to talk. Just say, I love you, God bless you, and bye. And that's not being rude or anything, and you go on about your life. I don't care. Some people, you don't need them in your life, because they will continue to drag you down. And it's not even them, it's the enemy. It's the enemy that's working in them. It's the enemy that's working in them to drag and suck the life out of you, because he know you are made for purpose. He knows your purpose. One thing I have learned on this journey with God is that not only do you know, or you seen a glimpse of your purpose, but the devil knows your purpose too. He knows what you were sent here for. And if he knows that when you can reach full potential into your purpose, he knows that it's over for him. He gonna might as well set sail, set ship back on to hell, because he knows you reach your full potential. So his job is to let you not reach full potential. He's going to throw anything and everything in your way. Going to come across you. If I don't care if you can be minding your own business, and he'll throw a bone at you, and he wants you to bite and gnaw down on the bone, because he doesn't want you to reach your full potential in the Lord. Because if he knows that you can get to the full potential, what God has for you and what God got for you to do, you're going to save souls. You're going to even save yourself. You're going to save your family. You're going to save your friends. You're going to save loved ones. You're going to save the people. You're going to even save some of your enemies that you don't talk to them fool with. They going to even get saved. And he knows this. So he throws everything at us all the time because he does not want you to reach full potential. And sometimes that's why it seems so hard and it seems so rough to just like, Lord, I'm doing all I can. I'm moving forward in you, God, and I mean every day it's a fight. Every day you might as well it's a fight every day. I don't care. You better be prepared to fight. You better put on the whole armor of God every day. You better leave it on. You have to sleep with it. You have to eat it. You have to breathe it. You have to leave your armor on. You cannot go with not one piece of your armor because you are in a fight. And some people, and this used to be me. Oh Lord, I'm just gonna sit over here in the corner because I'm scared. I don't want to deal with this, God, and I don't want to deal with that. Doesn't matter if you don't want to deal with it. The enemy still gonna come towards you, whether you on God's side or you on His side. He's still gonna torment you. I don't care. That's just him. That's his job. Is come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's his job. But God gave me the coming out of the dead situation. He was like, you can go. God can bring us out of one dead situation, and we can fall into the next one. We can go ask God again and ask God to get us out of this situation, and then you can go right back to another situation, and it's like a circle. It's just I'm getting out this bad toxic relationship, jumping back into another one, and this relationship could be 10 times worse. Then I get out of that relationship and I jump into the next relationship. It's like you hopping from relationship to relationship, and sometimes I know with me, I jump from relationship to relationship, and sometimes it will be worse than the next one. And when I look in the mirror, I didn't recognize who I was anymore. It's like I had on all these faces and all these masks because I even tell people, about my relationship that I would seem that I'm all happy go lucky, but on the inside I was screaming. On the inside I was screaming for help. On the inside I was hurting. I was bound. But I can put on and hey, how you doing? But on the inside I was screaming and I was hurting on the inside. Cause we can easily put on makeup. I wear makeup, by the way. But we can easily put on makeup. I got to put on my makeup today because I have to mask all the hurt and the pain because I don't want everybody to see it. It's easy to put on makeup and stuff and cover up stuff and or get up and put on the mask and say, well, I'm going to wear this mask right now because I don't want my sister to see it, or I don't want my family to see that I need help and I'm really hurting and I got to put on for the city. And to be honest, you can't mask your way through life all the time, because if you keep masking your way and masking your way and masking your way, after a while, it's just going to overtake you and you're not going to recognize who you are. You're not going to be you anymore. You're going to be this masked person or this face person, and you're not going to be you anymore. And a lot of times, if we hold all that depression and hurt and evil on the inside of us, it'll take us out of there. It'll take you right on out of here. Like I said, before your time. It's easy to put on a mask and go hee and ha ha's nothing is wrong with me and everything's going great in my life and I'm doing good and I don't have any problems. I mean, me and my family we're A1. We're good. We're just good. We're just doing good. Oh, we are blessed and highly favored. And in good time where you ain't, I'm not saying you ain't blessed and highly favored, but you ain't doing good. On the inside you hurting. On the inside you screaming like, somebody please help me. I'm going through, I've lost this and I've lost that and I don't know how to recover. But I'm going to put this mask on because I don't want people to talk about me. I don't want Sister Banana and Sister Red and Green and Orange over there to be kikiing. Oh, girl, you know she lost her job and she going through and she lost her house and her husband left her and he's over there with Sister Light and Orange and them and he's over here do. You know, we don't want people to talk about us. We want to try to please everybody, be people pleasers, and we don't want nobody to talk about us. We don't want nobody to say nothing to us or nothing like that. We just want to go, oh, girl, I'm doing good. One thing about it, I'm doing good. And on the inside, you already know you need help. You need somebody to pray for you. You need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to minister to you. You need somebody to tell you. You might just need somebody to tell you it's going to be all right. You know, it's going to be okay. You might have lost this, but God is a restorer God. He can restore all things and he'll restore it back to you. So it's okay. You know, if that person walked out your life, they walked out for a reason. They walked out for a reason. They just in up to the side they walked out for a reason. Just know that just cause this person left your life, whether they left you in physical or they left and they went on to glory, they went on out of your life for a reason. They left you for a reason. They couldn't stay in your life. Their season was over. Their season in your life was over. They were there for their purpose. They did their purpose. And now that their purpose is over, they done served their purpose, it's time for them to move out your life. And that can be the passing of a parent. That can be divorcing a husband. That can mean leaving a boy for a girlfriend. I mean, that can mean anything. They have served their purpose. They have did what they were supposed to do in your life at that time. Their season is over. So now that their season is over, you're going on to another season. And the season that you're going into, they can't go into that season with you. So that's something I had to learn about the passing of my mother. My mother died at 42 years old. And I suffered with that for many years. She died back in '07. This is 2020. And I suffered with that for years. And I asked God, why did you take my mother? You know, what did she do to deserve to leave here? You know, she hasn't even seen her grandchildren. They're babies. They're not going to understand. I don't understand. You know, I questioned God so long. I was angry. I was bitter. I had envy in my heart. I was ate up with hatred in my heart. I really was. And it was to this year, on her birthday, which was last month, May 8th, I put a Facebook post up and I told her happy birthday, you know. And the thing is, I didn't cry at the fact that she was gone. I cried about the fact because it's like God just came in and it was just like peace that I've never felt before. It's just like a peace came over me, and it's just like the weight had just been lifted off my shoulders. It's undescribable. The feeling, I can't describe it. I can't describe. All I know is I was just peaceful, and it's like it's well, all is well. It is well with you. And I just cried because of that moment. You know, I knew that everything would be all right. It's okay. My mother had already did her purpose. She had already served her purpose on this side. And she had to leave our lives so she could go on. And she had to leave us so we could go and serve her purpose as well. So we could tell people it's gonna be okay. Even though your mother or your father left you, it's gonna be all right. God is in control. They have served their purpose on this side. So now they're going on. So now you have to walk in purpose and serve your purpose. It's like God said, okay, I did this so you can go help somebody else that can't cope with the losing of their mother. He said, you are coping with it. He said, now you have to go and tell people how to cope with the losing of their mother. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It's very hard. It's extremely hard. I became a alcoholic. I drank a little bit, but not like I drunk after I lost my mother. I was a drinker. I didn't drink no sweet drinks. Sweet drinks I said was weak. I drunk like the men drunk. I drunk straight. Like I didn't want no chaser. And I didn't drink a little bit. I had like a whole, like my favorite drink was Crown Royal. I started mixing it with Coke, but after a while, it was just, I want Crown on the rocks. I don't want no little bitty cup, the little kitty cup. I want me a big old, y'all know them Yeti cups, them big Yeti cups. Yeah, that was me. I need a whole Yeti cup, one of them 32-ounce cups or something. Yeah, that was me. I drank that, be like, this ain't nothing. I had me a gallon of Crown. I go through it like it was nothing. Like I drank all of that. I mean, I get just pure wasted. Didn't care if I was driving. Didn't care where I was. Didn't care who I was with. Didn't care who I was around. Didn't care who I put in danger. I just did not care. And my life was just on the road of destruction. And I did this for a long, long time. I really did. And until one day I just got tired because it was just like a never ends, like I said, a big old hole, and I couldn't get out, and I'm screaming for help, and I don't know who to go to, and I was just screaming for help, and I couldn't get out of it. I could not get out of it until I made a decision. I said, okay, God, I'm ready to come out now. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of my children seeing me like this. I'm tired of all these different people in and out my life. I'm tired of this lifestyle. I'm ready. I'm ready to be submissive to you, God. I'm sick of this. This ain't no way to go, because if I keep going down here, I know I'm finna die. I feel like death. You know, I start looking like death. I said, I know I'm gonna die soon, and I do not want to die young and leave my kids here. I cannot leave my children here. Who is going to tend to my children? I know I have family, but who is going to see about my children like I see them? We as mothers, can't nobody see about our children better than we can. We can see about our children the best, because we know our children, those are our children. So and I thought, who going to see about my children? Who going to raise my kids? Who going to do for them? Ain't nobody that can see about my children like me. So I've got to make a decision. I got to come out of this. So this is the first thing that he gave me, was coming out the dead situation. And I said, and God said, well, I said, when will it stop? Lord, when will it stop? And he gave me, he said, humble, submit, and encourage. He said, you have to humble yourself to me. You had to be submissive. And you have to keep encouraging yourself every day. You have to keep saying encouraging words. You have to keep saying, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna prosper. I'm gonna get through this. God, I know it's hard, but I know with you all things are possible. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. God, I can do this. I can do this. Lord, with your help, I can do this. You have to be submitted to God and God alone. You have to get up every day knowing that that you're going to make it. Not saying it's going to be easy. You in for a fight of your life. Let me tell you, you in for a fight, because the devil don't want you to be delivered. He don't want you to be delivered from. He wants you to still go out there and drink and do this and do that. Do all the things that's not of God, because he know after a while, if you keep doing it, you're going to die. And once they done throw the dirt over your casket, that's it. You dead and gone. You didn't get to live out your full life. You didn't get to live out your purpose. You didn't get to do the things that God told you to do. You just gone. So yes, you in a fight for your life every day, but you can do this. With God, all things are possible. That's my mentor. She says this every day, and I believe it. All things are possible with God. Nothing is too hard for God. Nothing. I don't care if you think that it's too hard for God. It's not too hard for God. It might be impossible with man, but with God, it's possible. He makes all things possible. He makes them all new. He is so wonderful. And that's just something I wanted to share. Like I said, it's one of my first sermons. I wasn't going to read all of it, because I know it was a lot of it. But it's just something that I just wanted to share with you all. This is my first video. And I will be doing some more in the future. And I hope y'all like this video. Again, my name is Candace. And y'all have a wonderful, blessed, prosperous day.